Hello, and welcome to another edition of Good Deeds. It's brought to you by justserve.org, where you can go and find a whole list of organizations, nonprofits here in the Sacramento area that are helping people every single day. Find one that aligns with your values and what you think is important, and you can get started volunteering and making a difference in people's lives. Justserve.org is a great place to start. Today, we are talking to Josh Friday from the California Volunteers Office, from the Office of the Governor. And we're going to talk about food insecurity here in California and what California Volunteers is doing to help. Thank you for joining us, Josh.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
And food insecurity has definitely been a big topic this year in California and across the nation. And California Volunteers has actually been very involved in helping to fight food insecurity here in California. Can you tell us a little bit more about the efforts and what has been done?
Absolutely. And we are living in a time right now where food insecurity is high, and especially heading into the holidays at a time where not just are we coming out of the government shutdown, which impacted a lot of people negatively, but as we see healthcare costs going up and a soft job market, there's real need in our communities. And the reality is that there's something that every single one of us can do to help those who are food insecure, to help those that are in need. And so California Volunteers, which is part of the governor's office, has created opportunities for everyone in California, whether you have an hour to give or a year to give, to support communities and help people who need to get food. So we're out here promoting those opportunities and calling on Californians to say we need you.
There are more and more families needing help. So, what are some of the ways that we can step up and help folks that are needing it?
Well, one of the ways we can do is to support our food banks. We know that in places like Sacramento, where 1 in 4 of our residents face food insecurity, that our food banks step up in massive ways. And I was out there last week, right before Thanksgiving, with my kids, and we were serving several hundred families in the region. And so, if you can volunteer to food bank, if you can donate a food bank, if you can otherwise support a food bank, it makes a really big difference. We also know that there's ways that you can support your neighbors. So one of the things we've done is we've called on neighbors to be grocery buddies, to find somebody on social media, maybe anonymously if it makes people feel more uncomfortable or more comfortable, and to deliver a bag of groceries to someone who needs it, to knock on your neighbor's door and find out, especially if they're part of a vulnerable population or maybe they're older, and make sure that they have what they need. So there's something that everyone can do, whether it's in their neighborhood, whether it's at a food bank or volunteering for an organization, to make a difference. And the need is high right now, which means the need for food is high, which means the need to support these kinds of organizations and our neighbors is also high.
Thinking even longer term down the road, are there projects that Californians can get involved with and volunteer in the area of maybe community gardens and learning how to grow food, helping people learn how to grow food, helping people learn how to cook food from vegetables to dinner? Are there opportunities like that as well?
Absolutely, and it's such an important part of the solution. So thank you for raising it. And I'll make this quick point that when the government shutdown did happen, and we saw a surge in our food banks, part of what we did is launch something called Operation Feed, where we deployed not just the National Guard, but we deployed Service Corps members. And California has created a Service Corps that is now larger than the Peace Corps, where we pay people to spend a year serving in their community. And we have Service Corps members that do everything from jump in when there's disasters like the fires, or to support our food banks. We also have Service Corps members that are building community gardens for communities across the state of California. They're doing education around how to eat healthy, and how to eat better. And so we have a Climate Corps program right now that's building community gardens in the Sacramento region, and also at our schools, to make sure that we're educating our young people about how to eat healthy and eat well. And so there's ways, as I said before, whether you want to volunteer for an afternoon at a food bank, or you want to spend a year organizing in your community to make sure people have the tools to understand how to feed themselves for the long term. We've created ways for everyone to get involved, and we need you to sign up.
That is fantastic. If someone has maybe an idea for starting some sort of mutual aid in their neighborhood, what's a good starting point for them to turn that idea into something that's helping their neighbors?
Well, first of all, we love ideas, and some of the best ideas come from Californians who always have good ideas on how to innovate and step up for each other. So, if you have an idea and want to, one, email it to us so we can help spread it around the state, you can go to californiavolunteers.ca.gov and send us a message. We have a neighbor to neighbor program you could sign up for that can help you provide resources and plug into neighborhood groups who can take your idea and help scale it in your community. And then, as part of our larger operation, Feed California, calling on every Californians, we want to empower everyone to be able to take their ideas, to take their passion, their compassion, and put it into action now. That's what we need. We need people to take action to support each other. So don't wait another day. Send us your email, send us your ideas, but start putting them into action right away.
Absolutely. We'll get the website up on the screen so folks can know where to go to get more information about the programs you've talked about and some of the other things that California Volunteers does. And thank you so much for what you're doing for Californians and for connecting us with each other. So it's very important work, and I appreciate that you guys are doing that.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate all the Californians who are stepping up to help one another, especially during this time. Makes such a huge difference. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.